Hey there, we are here doing some coaching with Tally, talking today about how just because 2020 has definitely not started the way that we anticipated does not mean that it's a waste. And it can feel like that. In fact, some of the funniest memes and stuff I've seen have been the ones about like Dear 2020 kinds of memes, and they're just awesome. I've been getting them from people who come on my vision board retreats or who I've done vision casting, vision boards, whatever with, and we're just laughing together at, this has not been what we created and anticipated, and yet one of the greatest signs of success, markers of success, are people that know how to take whatever it is that comes against them or into their sphere of influence and take it and use it, pivot with it, and create something amazing out of it. So we're going to talk today about some of the keys to success and how you can pivot, how you can use this as a practice to become more and more adaptable, which will set you up for success in every area of life. We're going to talk about also the exact tool that I use with my private clients to create results in their lives, and I'm going to gift you with that. So my name is Tally. I am a life and personal development coach, and I work with leaders to create lives of incredible impact in the world that are centered in joy, so that these leaders are leading lives that are aligned with who they're made to be, in overflow, and making a difference in the world around them while creating a life that they love living, firing on all cylinders, very holistic and balanced in nature. So we're going to talk about some of that and how to set yourself up for success with that right now. So one of the things, there is a principle in martial arts, and there's actually the word judo. I don't know if you know this, but it's Japanese, literally means the gentle way. And the idea with judo is that you can take, it's winning by using your opponent's force and energy that they bring, their strength, their weight, against them, like basically using their energy, their strength, as weapons against them without expending your own mental and physical energy. So it's a fascinating concept. It's like where you're barely exerting anything. You're just taking what comes toward you and being able to send it back in a way that it does not affect you in a negative way. And so I think it's really, really beautiful principle. And how can we do that with 2020 so far, with the things that are happening in our world that are completely out of our control, that can often feel like they're being used against us right now, things that are threatening our finances, our mental sanity in cases, generally just feeling very out of control with a lot of things in life. There are just things happening that you don't get a lot of say in right now. In a lot of ways, but how can we take those things and turn it around and use them for us? So I want to give you, so a lot of that is mindset, a lot of that is interpretation, a lot of that are things that we've been talking about on all the videos. I go live in my Facebook page, Leaders Alive with Tally, every day at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, just as a way to give back. So if you want to jump into any of that, there are a ton of lives in there now. They're like around 10 minutes-ish, a lot of them, 10 to 20 minutes, I would say. And just a lot of coaching things that I'm using with my private clients. So I just had 2 sessions this morning, and we talked about what we're doing right here. So one of the things I want to give you guys today is an activity that you can do that will really set you up for, I believe, success. And 2 ways to do that are, 1, to really look at and assess and acknowledge yourself for the things that are working, for the wins that you are creating, for the positive things that are going well, for the things that you have leaned into and created. And maybe that's been intentionally, like, end of December, beginning of January, you set out to create some things and you've created them. Or maybe it's more that whole idea of like taking the lemons and creating lemonade out of it, and you've created something, maybe just in the pivot of all of it, in being adaptable. So however you went about creating it, whether it was super intentionally or is happening really celebrate it. So I want to give you the gift of an activity right now. So if you take a plain piece of paper and fold it into 3 columns, we're going to do something together here. And you probably want to work on it some more after we get off of here because it's not quite enough time. But in the first column, you're going to write areas of my life. Second column, at the top of it, I want you to write Q1 for quarter 1 or quarter 1. And then in the third column, quarter 2. And so we're going to go through, I'm going to tell you the 8 exact areas that I go through with my clients to make sure that they are creating for themselves a holistic, balanced life. And life is not ever in balance exactly all at the same time. That's kind of an illusion. But you want to be keeping these 8 areas kind of as a framework to be running through so that none of them are completely slipping through the cracks. And that really is a huge step in creating a life that you love living and one that really works and is fulfilling. So first area, I'm just gonna zip through them. There's actually a whole life wheel assessment where I go into specific questions around each one of the 8 areas. It's really helpful, helps you think beyond just kind of what would be obvious with each area. And that's something I'm gifting to you guys. I have a life wheel assessment. If you just let me know what email you want that sent to, I'll send you a PDF of the life wheel that you can print off, one for each quarter, and then a video that walks you through the exact assessment that I use. But I'm just going to zip through what the 8 areas are here, so you have that right here, right now. But I'll post a link in the comments or whatever, and you can get that assessment. So first area, spirituality and inner life. And then quarter 1, you're going to write down the things that you're celebrating, the wins that you've created. Quarter 2, the things that you want to create in the next 3 months. So second area, career calling. Third area is abundance and finance. Fourth area is being a contribution, giving back. And then again, with each of these, you'll write down the things you've created in quarter 1, things that you want to create in quarter 2. Rest and refuel is the next area of the life wheel. So how you fill back up, the oxygen mask, things that give you life and energy. Yesterday's video was all about that. Let's see, health and wellness is next. Health and wellness. And you have to watch the video assessment to get like what all that includes, but that's a broad area that includes a lot of different kinds of wellness. Friends and family is next. And the last and 8th area of the life wheel is love and romance. So those are your 8 areas. It really just gives you a solid framework for how to view all of life. It's the exact model that I use with my private clients, that I use in my mastermind groups, that I do on my vision board retreats, and it really, really does set you up for success if you're looking at life through all of these areas and you're making sure that you're moving each one of them forward in ways that are meaningful to you. So really take the time to celebrate. It makes a difference when you're on this journey, and I liken it to, and I do this with my private clients every quarter. We do this in my mastermind group too. Every quarter we take time and we look at what is it that you've created. Let's celebrate the wins in this first quarter. Like really acknowledge yourself, really let yourself enjoy the view that you have climbed to. It's almost like when you're climbing a mountain and you're often very focused on the path right in front of you, like what are the next steps, and you're paying attention to the path in front of you so you're not tripping on anything. But it's so significant and important when you get to those overlook points that, you know, comes out over the edge and you can just see so far, and you have this perspective of how much higher up the mountain you are now, all these steps that you've been taking, and 3 months worth of investing in different areas of your life is really significant. So take the time to really write things down in that first list, whether you've intentionally or unintentionally created them. Really enjoy what it is that's showing up, what it is you're creating, what is moving forward and growing in each one of these areas, and then set yourself up for success by writing down some things you'd like to step into in each one of these areas in the next 3 months for quarter 2. So blessings, hopefully that's supportive for you. Reach out, direct message me if there's a way that I can support you. Join me live on Facebook in my personal or my business page, Leaders Alive with Tally. And there's a ton of coaching content in there for you. Blessings, and hope you have a beautiful rest of the day.